So in today's video, I want to talk about best practices when creating B2B marketing videos. I'm not talking about gear or the types of it or just the types of videos you need to create, but the rationale and the why you'd actually want to create them and the benefits to your business. Let's take it to the next level. Hi everyone, I'm Carl. Welcome to Next Level Video Marketing, a channel where you get the latest strategies and tips to help you achieve your marketing and business goals through video. Now remember, if this is your first time on the channel and you want to get the latest strategies to maximize the impact of your marketing videos, hit the subscription button below, hit the little notification bell so you don't miss anything. So I've been working in B2B for about 8-9 years now. I got started in supply chain and logistics, and then went to B2C for a variety of roles, and then came back to B2B SaaS, did a lot of consulting for a lot of B2B companies as well. And during that time, I've seen what worked, what didn't work, and what shouldn't have worked, but it did. So today, I just want to share 7 key things that I've learned and things that you should think about before shooting your next B2B marketing videos. These are just observations and things that I've seen that help make certain videos a success and why other videos fail. So the first thing to think about is, what problem does your business or service solve, and how do you get your customer to understand that problem? How can you actually create videos to help your customer know what that problem's all about? An example would be back in my supply chain days, there was industry reports, let's say for example, on cold chain, where cargo shipment, they want to make sure that the temperature within that cargo container while it's being transported maintains a certain temperature, because they're, let's say, transporting goods that require that certain temperature, like food. So there are many industry reports citing how could you lengthen the time certain foods were kept at a certain temperature while they're being transported, let's say, across the country. We did video interviews with experts who conducted that study, and then took those interviews and then promoted it on our social channels, shared it with our other team members, and they promoted it. The focus being making sure that our target audience is aware of the problem, which is, how do you lengthen the time that certain foods can actually stay in a container while being shipped to various places? That's one way of making your customers aware of a problem that you could potentially solve down the road. And here's a great video of how to do this as well.
Hey, this is Tom with Nextiva. In this video, we're gonna talk about VoIP security and some of the things you can do to keep your system safe. Whether large or small, security is an essential asset for every business, and a VoIP phone system requires its own measures to keep your communications safe. Unlike other IT security threats, voice over IP presents new opportunities for attackers.
So the second thing to think about is getting known. How to get people to understand and know about the products and services that you provide, your unique value propositions, the key features that differentiate you from your competitors. And I think video is the best way to do this. So things like product videos, explainer videos, demos are things that you need to think about in this category. And here's a good example.
Thanks for taking a look at how Snowflake can be used to power your data application. Whether you are a startup or an established software vendor, building applications such as for Customer 360, security analytics, data science, or IoT.
So the third thing that I want you to think about is thinking and speaking your values. I was actually reading this 2020 Edelman Trust Barometer report that showed that company brands are actually considered the most ethical and competent, way ahead of governments, media, and even NGOs. And that's extremely surprising. If that's the case, then it's more important than ever to show your perspective and show your potential customers your values. Great ways to do this are maybe showing some behind the scenes footage of your organization, maybe creating a mini documentary of the founding of your company, or maybe the founders, or even something simple as having your employees tell and show people the experience that they have of the culture of your organization. So the third thing to think about, and it's more of a tip, is be authentic. Put down that script when you're creating these marketing videos, just because when you're scripted, it sounds more robotic and definitely more prepared, right? So maybe just focus on information points, break your pieces into segments so you don't have to memorize all these things and you don't even have to use a teleprompter. So people want to connect with people, not some faceless corporate or business entity. You want to try to humanize your brand. You want people to relate to you. Here's an example. So one of my favorite things to do with video is to answer all the questions that customers are always asking for. And how do you find these questions? Well, it's asking your sales teams, your customer experience teams, and any frontline teams that has direct contact with your customer. They'll have hundreds, if not thousands of questions that you can answer. This is a perfect opportunity to conduct video interviews with experts, both internal and external. So for example, you can have a video series answering all the questions that your customers are always asking with many different uses. So your sales teams could use them for sales meetings, your marketing teams could use them for a variety of promotional activities as well. So the fifth thing to think about when creating B2B marketing videos is understanding the difference between creating demand and capturing demand. So a lot of B2B marketing is focused on capturing demand. So things like SEO, paid search, review capture and generation, lead generation, and so on. But the other component is creating demand. And this is where there's huge opportunity with your marketing videos. And remember, your total addressable market, your TAM, there's only going to be about 1 to 7% that are actively looking to buy today. And especially in a competitive industry, all these companies are focused on that 1 to 7%, doing the exact same marketing tactics. There's huge opportunity in the creating demand space where you get people to get to know you, your products, your services, but I think more importantly, how you can help solve their problem and take a step back from that, understand the problem that they're actually facing. Understanding the difference between creating demand and capturing demand can help you create more effective B2B marketing videos. So for creating demand, you can do educational videos like how-tos, again, interview experts on industry reports, how your product works, some key features of your product, how your product solves a problem. For demand capture, this is an opportunity to use case studies, testimonials, video specifically addressing your brand, what's it about, speaking to your values, or even a brand perspective on topics and issues that are important to customers. So another thing to think about is being topical, and it all depends on the business and the industry that you're in. So for example, I work in the corporate giving and matching space where we have key seasons that we really want to showcase our connection to the industry and to our broader market. So for example, it's giving season, disaster season, Martin Luther King Day, Black History Month, and so on. So the focus here is creating videos that show what your company is doing in relation to these key dates and events. Here's a great example.
Giving Tuesday, it's a powerful global movement that shows the impact we can have when we all pull together. Celebrated on the Tuesday following American Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday, this one big day of giving back allows you to connect your brand, your people, and your community with the causes they care about the most. When your company and people participate, all of your individual efforts, combined with those of millions of others around the world, can add up to major impact and make a world of difference.
So the last thing I want you to think about is repurposing and combining content. I've seen so much waste when companies spend so much money on videos and all they do is post it once and they're done, not even rescheduled for future weeks or months. I would argue you need to spend just as much promoting these videos as you did creating these videos. And promoting doesn't mean just posting once on social and maybe posting once on your website. Can you maybe cut these videos into micro videos and schedule them for weeks or months beyond? Or maybe you can share them with your other team members, employees, brand advocates, and they can share on their social channels. Another idea for you is to take your old ebooks and guides, combine them and turn them into maybe a toolkit, and then use video to promote that toolkit. And before you create any marketing videos, think about all the ways you can promote, distribute, and syndicate it to maximize its reach. So when planning your next B2B marketing videos, remember these 7 things to help guide you. In our next episode, I'm going to delve deeper on how to create a B2B video marketing strategy. And if you want to know more about the different types of B2B marketing videos, you got to check out this video here, as well as this video for other video marketing tips and strategies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.